Hi guys. Somebody asked me how you would scroll a background continuously over the duration of an animation without having that background be hundreds or thousands of frames long. Now, the solution is just to create a loop. And a loop is straightforward. All you have to make sure with a loop to make sure it's seamless is that the left hand and right hand side of the image are exactly the same. So I've prepared one here. One of the students sent me in a couple of images. The first one here is kind of a sunset background. And the second one is what I'm calling a skyline. So I'm going to bring this image in. You can see it there. It's the same width as my stage, which is 1920. You'll see on the right-hand side is a kind of a spire type building. And on the left is something a bit more blocky and warehousey. So that fits in neatly there. And you see it squares up with the two lines. So what I want to do is I want to create I want to turn this into a kind of a scrolling loop. So to do that, I'm going to do it within its own object. I'm going to right click and I'm going to convert it to a symbol. And I'm just going to call that symbol skyline. It's a movie clip type. Let's say OK. Now, if you look up the top left hand side here, you'll see we're in scene 1. But if I double click on that skyline, you'll see I'm inside the skyline image now. So really quickly, what we're going to do is we're going to make a frame at 100, which is about 4 seconds. And then we're going to right click in there and create a motion tween. Say OK. And then we're going to select the last frame and drag it to the left. Okay. Now if I scrub that now, you'll see it scrolls smoothly to the left. But there's nothing obviously on its right hand side. So we're going to make a brand new layer. And we're going to bring in the same image again, skyline PNG. But because it's still facing in the same direction, what we want to do is we want to flip it horizontally. So we go modify, transform, flip horizontal, and then we match that up over here perfectly. Now all we have to do is right click and create a motion tween from that layer as well. Click on the last frame and drag it over like so. Now if I scrub the image, you'll see that the image goes perfectly across. Okay. The drawback is that when this flips back the first frame again, it's not going to be a perfect match. We need to do it once more. Okay, so to do it once more, we create a brand new layer. And again, we go on in here and we create a blank keyframe because that's where we're going to put the image again. And this second layer will also have to scroll across. So we're going to do that too. So with this one here, it needs to go up to 200. So I'm going to put a frame in for that. And I'm going to drag that layer and move it across like so. And then all the way over here on our third layer, I'm going to bring the image back in again. Like so. And I'm going to match it up just like that. I'm going to put a frame in at 200. I'm going to create a motion tween like so. I'm going to click on the last frame and I'm going to drag it across. Now, that should do us. What we have now is an 8-second animation. So I'll run it slowly. There you go. That's the first one going across. The second one turns up just in time. So let's go back up to our main scene 1 and let's see how that looks. Okay, and what you'll notice is that it's going to just run continuously over and over and over again for as long as you want to in your main animation. Now at the moment that only takes up 1 frame. So if you had text and rolling over here, or you had your character coming in, or depending what it is you want to do, you can forget about the background. The background is now an 8-second. I'll click back in. The background is now a 200 frame or 8-second animation. Oh, it's like 30 frames a second. It's a bit less. And that's just going to loop continuously because it's all stored nicely within 1 single frame. So that's how you do something like that. Create your image. Make sure it's the ends of it match each other. So that shouldn't be too difficult for you to do. And then you just scroll it across once, flip it and scroll a second one, flip it and scroll a third one. And then that's it. It will loop continuously as you go. So that any more questions on that, give us a shout, but that should solve the problem.